Have you noticed something different about your mornings lately? That sharp clarity is missing? That sense of readiness is gone. And the thing you do not say out loud might be the one you miss the most. This is not just your story. Millions of men over the age of 60 are going through the same experience. Something inside is quietly fading. It does not make noise, but it is real. And here is the surprising part. The cause is not age. It is not lower testosterone. It is blood that no longer flows to the right place at the right time, the way it once did. Did you know a study published by Harvard Health Publishing revealed that reduced circulation in the lower body is one of the most common reasons older men lose confidence in both their physical and emotional well-being? The good news is that there is a natural, simple, and surprisingly effective way to restore it, with just one food added to your breakfast. Your body may begin to respond in as little as 7 days. At the end of this video, I will show you the exact way to use it for the best results. So stay with me. You do not want to miss this. You might have thought that the reason you wake up feeling drained, no longer as strong or grounded as before, is because your testosterone has dropped. But in reality, most modern studies reveal that this is not the true root of the problem. Hormones still play a role, but the more critical factor lies in your vascular system. More precisely, it is the circulation of blood to the sensitive lower region. When you were younger, your blood vessels were flexible and responsive. Your body produced plenty of nitric oxide, which helped those vessels open quickly when needed. Just seconds after a signal from the brain, blood would rush in and you would feel fully alive and present. But after age treads, your nitric oxide levels can drop by up to 70%. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, that means the smaller blood vessels become stiffer and slower to respond. Blood no longer flows the way it used to. And you begin to feel empty, not just physically, but emotionally as well. You wake up without mental clarity. You no longer feel inspired when you look at your partner. You sense yourself slipping, even if no one says it out loud. But you are not broken. Your body is simply waiting for the right kind of support. And chances are, you might find that support in a small glass tomorrow morning. What if I told you that one of the most effective ways to improve circulation in older men does not involve a prescription, a clinic visit, or any expensive device, but comes from a simple, everyday vegetable? Would you believe it? It may sound too easy, but after more than 30 years of working with men over the age of 60, I have seen this happen again and again. Beets, the deep red root that often gets overlooked at the market or forgotten in the fridge, may actually hold the key to waking up your body's blood flow system. The reason lies in a powerful natural compound. It contains plant-based nitrate. When you eat beets or drink beet juice, that nitrate is converted by your body into nitric oxide, the very same compound that starts to decline after age 60. Nitric oxide is not an instant stimulant. It is a natural signal that tells your blood vessels to relax and open up, helping blood flow more easily, especially to the smallest and most sensitive areas. This is not just based on theory. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that men over 60 who drank beetroot juice each morning experienced a significant improvement in pelvic blood flow and physical response scores after just 2 weeks. And the best part is, you do not need to change your entire diet. Simply adding beets to your morning routine may lay the first stone on your path to restoring yourself. When you take a sip of beet juice, you are not just drinking a vegetable, you are waking up a chain of biological reactions that once worked smoothly in your youth but have slowly gone silent over time. The process begins in the simplest place, your mouth. As you chew or drink beet juice, helpful bacteria in your mouth start converting nitrate into nitrite. This is the first step in the journey to create nitric oxide. Once you swallow, in your stomach acid and blood complete the process. Within just a few minutes, that nitrite becomes nitric oxide. It spreads through your blood vessels like a calming signal saying, relax. It is time for the blood to flow. Your vessels begin to open. Blood starts to move more smoothly. Oxygen and nutrients begin reaching areas you may have forgotten even existed. Many men report that after a few days of regular use, they feel a gentle warmth in the lower belly. Some notice a deeper breath when they wake up. It is not imagination. That is, blood returning to where it once belonged. Beets also contain betanin and powerful antioxidants that help protect blood vessel walls from inflammation and micro damage factors that quietly reduce circulation over time. So when you choose to start your day with a glass of beet juice, you are not just nourishing your blood, you are protecting the pathways of life within your body. Sometimes you do not need a miracle story. You just need real results from real people, people who once believed that all hope had faded. I have worked with many men in their 60-second and 70-second. They did not come to me looking for magic. They simply wanted to feel whole again. And surprisingly, it was beets, a food that often seems ordinary, that helped them get there. They started with one small glass of beet juice each morning on an empty stomach. No one expected instant results. But what surprised them was not a dramatic change, but the small signals filled with quiet hope. By the third or fourth day, they reported deeper sleep and clearer mornings. By the second week, some said they felt a light physical response upon waking, something they had not experienced in months or even years. And after just 30 days, most described a sense of returning, not a sudden explosion of energy, but the quiet comeback of steady, natural vitality. This was not only because of beets, it came from consistency, self-care, and the belief that their body could still respond. The truth is, your body is always listening. You may have just stopped sending it the right signals. You now know that beets can act as a natural remedy for circulation after age 60, but to get the full benefit, timing and method of use make all the difference. The golden window, early morning, on an empty stomach. This is when your body absorbs nutrients most efficiently. At this time, your blood vessels are also more responsive to signals from nitric oxide. Even more importantly, early morning is when a man's natural testosterone level is at its peak. So the nitrate in beets helps amplify the effect of this hormone. You can start simply with half a cup of pure, fresh beet juice or one small beet, lightly boiled, served with a light breakfast. If more convenient, you can mix pure beetroot powder with warm water without any added sugar. What matters most is consistency, not quantity. Here is one important note that many people overlook. Try to avoid mouthwash or brushing your teeth right before or after consuming beets. The helpful bacteria in your mouth play a key role in converting nitrate into nitrite, the very first step in producing nitric oxide. Using mouthwash too close to this time may interrupt this important biological process. And do not worry if your urine turns slightly pink after a few uses. This is simply a natural sign that your body is absorbing the pigment from the beets. It is completely harmless. Just 5 minutes each morning may be all it takes to reactivate the flow of life within you. Many people begin a new habit with great hope, only to accidentally sabotage their results with a few breakfast items that seem harmless. You may be drinking beet juice the right way at the right time. But if right after that you eat bacon, sausage, white bread, or drink strong coffee, nearly all your effort could go to waste. Why? Processed meats like sausage and bacon are packed with high amounts of salt and industrial nitrites. These can constrict blood vessels, increase inner inflammation, and block blood from reaching where it needs to go. White bread, pastries, or boxed cereals are loaded with refined sugar. These are hidden enemies of testosterone. They cause a spike in insulin, followed by a sharp drop, disrupting your hormones and weakening blood vessel function. Even strong coffee or dark tea on an empty stomach can raise cortisol, your stress hormone. This makes it harder for blood to flow to the sensitive areas, and you may start your day feeling empty once again. So what are some simple, effective alternatives? A soft-boiled egg. A few slices of fresh avocado on whole grain bread, a handful of unsalted walnuts or almonds, or simply a glass of warm water after your beet juice. The right combination in the first hour of your morning sets the foundation for restoring both physical strength and emotional vitality. A single small mistake in your routine may quietly push the flow you are building in the wrong direction. There is something most people overlook. The most important systems in your body are at their strongest in the morning, not in the middle of the day, not late at night. It is that quiet window. Just as sunlight touches the window pane, for men over 60, the morning is a time to reestablish strength. Not loudly, not with display. Just the quiet return of healthy blood flow and a body that can say, I am still here. I am still alive. Biologically, testosterone. The male hormone peaks between 5 and 9 a.m. This is the golden time to give your body the fuel it needs for this hormone to work at its best. Blood pressure is also slightly higher in the morning. This helps blood move faster and with more force if you know how to support it. That is why nitrate from beets, when consumed early in the day, converts more efficiently and helps open up vessels throughout the lower circulation system. But there is something even more important than science. Morning is when you take ownership of your day, when you choose to care for your body before the world brings its noise and demands. You send yourself a powerful signal. I deserve to feel restored. I get to decide how I will feel today. And from that one simple act, your body begins to change. One of the most common questions I receive from men who begin a new morning routine is, when will I really start to feel a difference? The answer does not lie in instant miracles. It lies in the quiet, steady changes your body begins to make each day subtle but deeply meaningful. In the first 3 days, you may not notice a clear difference in physical function, but many people report deeper sleep, a lighter mental state, and most of all, a sense of strength from within, even if they cannot quite describe it. Between days 5 and 7, blood flow begins to shift. Your hands feel warmer. The tension in your lower belly eases. You wake up without unexplained fatigue. Some even describe a gentle spark in a part of themselves they thought had gone silent forever. After 2 weeks, your body starts to respond more easily. You may feel stronger as you move. Your thoughts become clearer during the day. And most importantly, there is a quiet return of self-confidence. No one has to confirm it. Nothing dramatic needs to happen. You simply know. And when you stay consistent through day 30, something remarkable happens. Your body no longer waits for beats to work like magic. It begins to rebuild a new circulation rhythm, deeper, steadier, and more reliable. That is your foundation. And from that foundation, you can begin to restore the vitality you once thought had been lost with time. When you start your day in silence with a deep red glass of beet juice, you are doing more than drinking a vegetable. You are resetting your relationship with your body. No more rushed mornings. No more ignoring the quiet signals from within. This is a conscious act that says, I still have worth. I deserve to be cared for. I once met a man in his 70s. He had lost his wife and was living alone. He thought his story was already over. But after just 3 weeks of sticking to a small morning habit, a glass of beet juice, a short walk in the morning light, and a simple anti-inflammatory breakfast, he said something to me that I will never forget. I don't know what's changing, but I know this for sure. I'm starting to feel alive. No one needs you to run, to push hard, or to pretend to be strong. You just need to take small, steady steps each morning, just 10 minutes, at the right time, with the right kind of respect for your own body. At that point, it is no longer a diet choice. It becomes a ritual of return. If you have followed along this far, then something inside you may be stirring, not a grand expectation, not a fantasy of turning everything around overnight, but a quiet voice, like a gentle whisper from your own body saying, I still can. You do not need to start with a revolution. Just a glass of beet juice in the morning. Just one decision to care for yourself before taking care of everything else. Because it is the small actions done at the right time, repeated with steady commitment, that truly rebuild the strong current within a man over 60. You do not need to prove anything. No one but you truly knows the path your body has walked, how heavy, how wounded, or how silent it has been. But now you can choose to begin again, quietly, but with quiet strength. And if you found today's message meaningful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next steps. I wish you strength, peace, and the ability to feel each small step forward in your own journey of renewal. What are you trying to do to improve your circulation in the morning? Share it with me in the comments below. I am always listening to your journey.